introduction.
Okay. Assalamu alaikum. I'm Osama Ashraf from Group 1. Today I'm going to present the presentation on the topic of difference between procurement rules and Khabar procurement rules. The first difference between procurement rules and the Khabar procurement rules is these rules are applicable from 2004 and the Khabar procurement rules are applicable from 2013. The second difference between procurement rules and the Khabar procurement rules is scope and availability. These rules are applied in Pakistan and out of the state, outside of the Pakistan procurement. But in Khabar procurement rules, these rules are only applicable within the territory of Pakistan. The second difference between procurement rules and the Khabar procurement rules is language difference. Mm, the language which procurement agencies follow in procurement rules are Urdu and English, and the language which is used by procurement agencies uh, by Khabar procurement rules are English and Urdu, but the procurement rules allow us to use local language as well as English and Urdu for advertisement. The fourth difference between procurement rules and the Khabar procurement rules are e-procurement, which is available to procure from online portals, but in Khabar procurement rules, these e-procurement will not be found. The next difference between procurement rules and the Khabar procurement rules is the limitation and regrouping. The procurement rules will allow us to procure within the financial years, but in Khabar procurement rules, the procuring agencies will allow for annual years from January till December. The next difference between the procurement rule and Khabar procurement rules is the advertisement. The advertisement from the procuring from 5 lakhs till 30 lakhs will be advertised on the website of procuring agency, and above 30 lakhs the advertisement will be published on website as well as on national newspapers. But in Khabar procurement rules, the procuring from 5 lakhs till 25 lakhs will be available on the advertisement will be available on the website, and the procuring above than 25 lakhs will be available, the advertisement will be available in website as well as the national and local newspaper also. Now over to Mr. Aves.
Thank you. The procurement rules on is on 13 point is that is which is response time, which is said that all advertisement of notice shall expressly mention the response time. While comparing the KPPRA, Khyber Pakhtunkhwa PPRA rules in response time, which is point number 34 in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa rules, is heading is the same as compared to procurement paper rules, no, and rule of order is changed. The other in a procurement rule is that exceptions, which is mandatory for all procuring agencies to advertise all procurement requirement exceedings. Now the this rule is not found this rule is not found in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa rules, is which is for point number 14 in procurement rule. And the 15 point of the procurement rules is that pre-qualification of supplier and contractor, which is a floating of tenders and invitation to proposals in procurement proceedings. Now, which is as compared to the Khyber Pakhtunkhwa rules, which is point number 8, is pre-qualification of suppliers. In Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, heading is a little bit different, as a procurement rule and rule description order is also the changed. The 16.8 procurement rule is pre-qualification of process, is that shall announce in the pre-qualification of the documents. While comparing in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa procurement rules, which is point number 38, is pre-qualification process, which says in which both headings are made are in which both headings are same and role description is slightly changed and the point also. Now come to the point number 17 in procurement rules, which is qualifications of suppliers and contractors. Procurement proceedings having credible reasons to detect any evidence of suppliers. By comparing in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa PPRA rules, this rule is not found in it. So come to the next point by on 18 in procurement rules, which is a disqualification of suppliers and contractors disqualified by provide materially inaccurate or complete data, which is while in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, which is rule number 43, disqualified of suppliers, contractors and consultants. Heading is all same, and heading is almost same and little bit different. Now move to the point number 19 on procurement rules, which is blacklisting of supplier and contractors, in which a mechanism would made for those whose performance is not satisfactory. By comparing in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa rules, which is point number 44, is that blacklisting of supplier, contractors and consultants. Heading is also a little different as procurement rules. However, bidders have right to complain a procuring authority under section 35. As now the rule number 20 of procurement rules, which is principal method of procurement, agencies shall be use open bidding as rule, which now comparing it to the Khyber Pakhtunkhwa rules, which is point number 6 in it. Open tendering, open competitive bidding as principal method of procurement. Heading is in which heading is a little different as a procurement rule wherever is the description of the and order of rules are changed. And now move to the point number 21 of procurement rules, which is open competitive bidding. Open competitive bidding is that procuring agencies shall engage in open competitive bidding in principle. Now move to which is by comparing it to the Khyber Pakhtunkhwa rules, procurement rules, which is also point number 6 in it, and says open tendering, open competitive bidding as principal method of procurement. Heading is also a little different as a procurement rule wherever the description and order of rules are changed or also changed. Now to the point 22, which is in procurement rules, which is submission of the bids. All bids are submitted in sealed package, and procuring agencies specify the manner and method of submissions. Now if we look in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa procurement rules, which is point number 37, and heading is that submission of bids and bid opening. Slightly change in the heading and order of rules are also changed. The point number 21 is in procurement rules, which is open competitive bidding, which says procurement agency shall engage in open competitive bidding as principle. Sorry, it's point number 22 in submission of bids. All bids are submitted in sealed package and specify the manner and method of submissions. While in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa procurement rule, the which is point number 37, the submission of bids and bids are opening, which slightly change in heading and order of rules are also changed. The point number 23 in procurement rules, which is bidding documents. Agencies shall formulate bidding documents, and while in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa procurement rules is not these rules are not this rule is not found in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa rules. The point number 24 in the point number 24 in procurement rules, which is reservation and preference. This tells us that agencies shall allow prospective bidders to participate in procuring procedures. ये भी बिल्कुल नहीं है इसके अंदर जो है खैबर पख्तूनख्वा procurement rule में this also not found in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa procurement rules as point number 24, which is in procurement rules. Now move to the Talha for further steps.
Assalamu alaikum. Thank you, Oves. I am audible. अवैस मैं ऑडिबल हूँ ना? आवाज आ रही है आप लोगों को?
जी जी आवाज आ रही है।
जी
अच्छा ठीक है थैंक यू। अच्छा तो सबसे पहले तो ये बिड वैलिडेशन रूल नंबर 26 पब्लिक प्रोक्योरमेंट जो है वो मोस्ट इम्पोर्टेंट रूल public procurement. The difference is that KPPRA or Pakhtun same, but this is only in order of the rule changed. Where the in KPPRA 35 and the procurement public is the 26 rule. And next one is 27 rule extension of submission of bids. The difference is that same वही 37 पे हम लोग रूल नंबर उधर चेंज है हमारा 37 है जिसकी वजह से हम और एक थोड़ा सा माइनर सा डिफरेंस है लाइक सबमिशन ऑफ बिड्स थोड़ी सी हेडिंग्स में इसमें डिफरेंस आ गया था लेकिन द डिस्क्रिप्शन इज द की दैट बोथ आर सेम. If I talk about the 28 rules opening of bids, same like as the previous one, heading is changed, but no change in no change in description, but the order of rule is changed. Evolution of criteria. So 29 is the rule, and the where the in KPPRA where the 27 is rule where. In this, KPPRA is the part of request of proposal, and shall be carried on the basis of quality and cost. Evaluation of bids is the 30 rule number, and the evaluation rearrange. Rearrange the words is same but no change in only order of rule is changed. Clarification of bids is the 31. No, this one is not found in the KPPRA. So next one is the discriminatory and difficult condition. So here the difference is that rule number is also changed and nothing else. 33 rejection of bids. Rejection of bids changes that the notice of rejection all bids or proposal shall be given properly all contractors or consultants instead of suppliers that submitted to the bids or proposal. Rebidding. Rebidding is like the difference is, yes, there is a difference, but the difference is that rule number 47, it may call for rebidding instead of rule number 33 in public procurement. Announcement of evaluation reports. In the difference is that the award of contract and the difference is that the award of contract and the place same on it as well as it is placed on the authority of website. If I talk about the procedure of open competitive rule number 36, the difference is that to invalid bidding that the 0.9, that was 0.9 in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa PPRA rules, procurement rules. The bid found to be the lowest evaluated as compared to the most advantageous. Condition for the use of stage is not found uh, in the KPPRA, as well as acceptance of bids is also not found in other rules. So, of 40 rule, performance 39 is the performance guarantee, where the nothing is changed, but the order number is changed. Limitation on negotiation. Whereas no change, same as public procurement rules, but headings on post bid negotiation. Uh, 41 is confidentially. So the change in this rule is like valuation of in accordance with the hello, hello.
जी जी
जी तला भाई
जी आमिर भाई आप कंटिन्यू करें.
Okay, thank you so much, Tala. I will carry the whole session from the rule number 42 of Public Procurement Regulatory Authority, and we'll be comparing with the KP Procurement Regulatory Authority rules. The 42 rule number is alternative methods of procurement. There is some differences, although we can see there are some parts in this rule. First one is petty purchases. Petty purchases limit in the Public Procurement Regulatory Authority has PKR 1 to 100,000. But in the KP Procurement Regulatory Authority rules, this limit is shortened than the Public Procurement Regulatory Authority, and which is up to the 50,000. They can purchase from the single quotation up to the 50,000 amount of goods. And the second thing is request for quotations. Request for quotations, as we all know, means that we request 3 quotations from the 3 suppliers, and the limitation, the amount limited is in the Public Procurement Regulatory Authority is from 100,000 to 500,000. But in the KP Procurement Regulatory Authority, it is also shortened than the benchmark. It is 50,000 to 100,000. And the other difference is in the direct contracting. The direct contract, the difference is in the time period. In the Public Procurement Regulatory Authority, we can go for the direct contracting within the 3 years of the actual contract or the main contract. But in the KP Procurement Regulatory Authority, we can reorder or go for direct contracting within the 6 months of the contract, which we initially awarded to the supplier. In the negotiated tendering, there is no difference in the KP Procurement Regulatory Authority. The 43 rule number of Public Procurement Regulatory Authority is on account payments, which is similar to the KP Procurement Regulatory Authority, is the 49 number rule, 49, yeah, which is the payments. There is a mention, there is also a time difference in the both Public Procurement Regulatory Authorities, which is the a client is bound to pay the payment or the invoices initiated by the supplier within the 15 days, sorry, within the 30 days of the invoice or the completion of the contract or the project. But this time period is not mentioned in the KP Procurement Regulatory Authority. The next one is 44, entry into force of the payment contract. It is also same in the KP Procurement Regulatory Authority. 45 is closing of contract, also same. Recording of procurement proceedings. Recording of procurement proceedings is also different in the time only. Like the Public Procurement Regulatory Authority allow their organizations to maintain the record for a minimum of the 5 years. But in the KP Procurement Regulatory Authority, they have not mentioned the time period for the maintenance of the record. But the maintenance of the record, how to maintain and when to maintain is which is they will maintain according to the framework or the mechanism they have mentioned in the standard. The 47 rule number is public access and transparency is also same. They are bound to disclose all the evaluation or the bid winner information to the public, other than the information which are harmful or which are not suitable for the public. The other difference is in the there is no other difference, and some are the rules we have not found in the Khyber Pakhtunkhwa Public Procurement Regulatory Authority, which was redressal grievances by the procuring agency. They have issued a separate manual or the rule mentioned in the grievances committee, and the arbitration we also have not found. Misprocurement is also same with the benchmark. Overriding effect we have not found in the KP Procurement Regulatory Authority. That's all from all. 51 rules are over, and there are some rules which we have not found that will explain by Mr. Talha.
Yeah, thank you, Amir. So I would like to conclude at the end that these rules are not found in public procurement rules, so we can't find the difference in these are the some rules. I would like to just state the headings: Code of Ethics and Indicative Part, Rule number 7, Enlistment of Suppliers, Rule number 12, Good Warranty, Rule number 22, Application of Consultancy Service Rules, and 23 is system for selection of consultants, and 24 criteria of eligibility of consultants. 25 is expression of interest, and if 24 rule is like a criteria for short listing of consultant, and 21 and 28, 29 and all that selection of individual consultant. The next one is professional liability of consultant. Rule number 46 is also not found, which is approval of contract award. 50 is entry into force of procurement contract, and 52 and 55 is record of procurement proceeding at the end is repeal. So that's all from my group members. Thank you so much. Hopefully you guys will beneficial for your video. Thank you so much.